Casey Gray here with The Conscious Builder, and today's video is being done in hopes to inspire you to get creative. One of the things that I think is so great about these times, and I do know that there's a lot of people struggling right now, and my heart goes out to them, but for those of us who are fortunate enough to make the most of this and are able to make the most of it, I hope you are doing exactly that. And for us, we've taken this opportunity to have some fun with the businesses, but also with our son. We have a 6-year, almost 7-year-old now, and obviously he's not in school. We didn't have him in the typical public system to begin with, but now we've been able to really focus on some other skills that maybe weren't being focused on within the school just because it's not set up for that. One of those is this creativity. And he, like his dad, loves to do carpentry type work, and he's learning and building birdhouses and all sorts of things. And what we ended up doing was building a treehouse, but we didn't go out and buy material. We actually just worked with wood that we had found at the back of our property. So we're on a little bit larger lot here, and we found an old deck that was cut apart before we moved in, and it was just kind of thrown at the back of the property. So what I was able to do is we dragged those pieces up and we ripped everything apart and we pulled the screws out and we kept the wood that wasn't rotten. And we just kind of started working with what we had, and I was cutting pieces and ripping pieces. And we ended up building 2 platforms and a ladder up to the platform. And we ended up dragging a play structure that was on the property when we moved in here as well. And we dragged that play structure over, which is kind of falling apart. I had to sturdy it up a little bit, but we dragged that over to be part of this treehouse structure. And then we were lucky enough, we weren't even really asking for it, looking for it. One of our guys happened to show up with some leftover wood from a project. So we ended up using, it literally had just enough pieces. I made it work. I didn't have a plan, like I said. So we made it work with the pieces that we had, and we had just enough to build a bridge between the 2 platforms and 2 additional ladders, one down the end and one down to the old play structure that I mentioned. And now Sullivan loves it. And for when we can have friends and family over and we start to do that again, it's obviously going to be a lot more fun for him because playing as an only child isn't that fun. But he's having a blast with it, you know, and our backyard is turning into a little bit of a fun haven with the axe throwing target that we have, if you didn't watch a previous video of how to build that, and our slack line and trampoline. And we actually ended up doing a little fire pit as well, which I'll do a video about, which was all, once again, from materials that we found or that was going to be thrown out. And I'll share that on another short video later. So I hope you're having fun. I hope you're staying healthy. I hope you're letting your creativity out. And I hope that you're making the most of these times. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, share, like, wherever you're watching this. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.